Back in the early zeros, my high school implemented a policy that you had to wear your tag at all times. If you didn't have it on, you were sent home. So many students lost their tag to go grab food or skip a class. We were the only graduating class to wear them all 4 years. The policy ended soon after. I worked at Starbucks for like 5 years before and during undergrad, and at one point our district manager thought it was a good idea to implement a just say yes policy, where we literally weren't allowed to tell the customer no. Lasted for about 3 months, and in that 3 months our unaccounted product and waste went up over 300% because when the post didn't have a way to punch in the customer request, we had to just do it anyway. We also got complaints from stores in surrounding districts because they had angry customers who were requesting things that were against local food service code and told them that we did it for them at our store. I knew exactly how that policy was going to play out, and I just laughed every time management was freaking out about the problems it was causing. My spouse's workplace realized they didn't have a policy about sending sexual images or jokes as part of their email acceptable use policy. So they added it, except they made it a firing offense to send or receive sexual content. I think the intent was to stop people from subscribing to such content. They also said that your access would be immediately revoked until a determination was made. So someone got fired for something else and decided to send their whole management chain a graphically sexual image, then report it using the anonymous tip line. It got the report, concluded they did indeed receive sexual content, and did, as required, suspended all the involved email accounts, including the subs. The policy has since been reworded. The bottom floor of my secondary school was a square that had corridor all the way around. After some incident where a kid got knocked over, they implemented a one-way system, unfortunately. They were very strict on enforcing. If you accidentally walked past your class, you couldn't just turn around. They seemed very proud of their new rule, until everyone started showing up late for class because they had to do extra laps at the bottom floor. Every shift, there's a quota we need to fulfill. And then, even if you do fulfill it, you have to keep working until your 8 hours are up. Everyone speeding for 4 hours, having a 3-hour lunch/coffee break, then slowly moving their ass for an hour. No rule about us taking necessary breaks if we're still capable of reaching the quota. Now we're allowed to stop once we are done. Boss bitched and complained that we all welders and millwrights took lunch and breaks whenever we felt like it. Actually, just when we got the chance, and implemented a rule that if you didn't take your break/lunch at the right time, you did get. Myself and another welder got sent to do a repair that was about a 2-hour drive from the shop first thing in the morning. Boss said it was going to be a quick fix, so we didn't bring our lunches. We needed the machine running ASAP, because it was costing $250,000 an hour for downtime. Turns out his quick fix was a pretty major welding job and required us to completely rebuild a motor mount. The operator knew this and had told the boss. That was when needed to be done. Well, guess what, boss man? If you just let us take our lunches and breaks when we wanted, or had at least told us what the actual job was, we wouldn't have driven 2 hours to the job, done 1 hour of work, driven another 2 hours back to the shop, ate lunch at noon like we were supposed to, and then driven 2 hours back to the job to finish it. Too long, don't read. Boss's power trip cost over $1 million in a single day, so that we could eat our lunches on time.